I'm going to look at the last bench because that was my favorite bench, you know. All for you. Good. I think she told my name. Get into it. First of all, I would like to thank all of you, especially to your respected teachers who have been nice enough to have me over here. And thank you to all of you also to listen to me, or to host me over here. Right? Before I get into the momentum, generally I start my discussions, my session with Namaste. So, Namaste to all of you. Do you know what Namaste? Why do we say Namaste? Some say Sat Sri Akal, Assalamu Alaikum, Vanakkam, good morning, all those things, right? Why do we do this? And my humble request to all of you is, let's make it a very interactive session. See, I'm not the only difference between you and me is that I don't study here and you study here. But I have gone through what you are doing right now. Right? So my request would be, let's make it interactive. I think that would be better. And then we'll have more experience sharing also at the same time. And also, you know, while I'm talking, while I'm referring, or while I'm giving some examples, if you have something to share, let's not hesitate. Yeah? So why do we do Namaste? Correct? It means we're trying to be humble, right? We're trying to surrender ourselves. Like when I do this, I'm surrendering myself. When we do this to others, it's not a matter of elder or younger, it's a matter of me being nice enough, right? And that's what the Namaste means. That's what our culture indicates, right? Of course, you know, you will see a lot of humbleness. Where do you see a lot of humbleness? You see a lot of humbleness in government offices, right? Namaste, Saab, kaam karo mera, Saab, please, right? You see a lot of humbleness over there. Or in corporates, boss, I need boss, please. I'm not going to get into, you know, your school sort of thing. Teacher, please. Teacher, you know, suddenly your exams are coming, right? Madam, please. So, I know. So, the humbleness can be in every part of the life, right? But of course, you need to be true. You need to be honest. Correct? That's what you know, it implies. So, now what I will do is, see, generally, I'm not here to teach you anything, okay? And that's not the purpose of mine over here. Rather, I would say we cannot teach anyone. We try to make you think. I try to make you think. I'm not going to teach you anything, and that's what the renowned guru Socrates also said, right? I'm sure you would have read about Socrates, right? He also says that you can make people think. You cannot teach. And even if your teacher is teaching, actually your teacher is not teaching. The teacher is trying to make you think through different examples. Correct? So I'm also going to make you think. And I'm not going to teach you, honestly speaking. Okay? Having said that, how many of you heard my name, right? How many of you, knowing that I'm coming over here? You can raise a hand. If not, that's fine. If nobody's raising the hand, that's also fine for me, you know. So some of you knew that I'm coming, right? Okay. See, the reason why I'm asking is, and see, generally what happens when you start the session, you start with the introduction, right? And I didn't do that. I just jumped into the Namaste and all those things, right? See, and whatever I'm trying to impart you, to convey you over here, it's going to help you. And I'm coming, you know, from an experience whereby I do sit in a lot of management interviews and technical interviews, Elite 50 interviews. Elite 50 and Elite 100 in the industry is something which is meant for when you do the interviews going to IITs and IIMs. So there we call it in a different form. Okay. It's important in your life. Okay. Whatever you are doing, you do your homework. Okay. Let's take an example. If you go for an interview for Infosys, just an example. It's important. Please understand what is the company about. Because if you tell, and I'm telling you, the interviewer might ask you something about the company, for which you're applying. Right? So it's important that you know about the company's history, company's background, what do they do, and that actually leaves a good impression on the interviewer. Okay. So it's important. I when I was talking to your teachers, and I was told that some of you are in second year, some of you are third year. So eventually, at some point in time, you will be facing the interview panel, right? When you apply for the job. Those who are planning to take the job after graduation, of course, those who are planning to do graduation, post graduation. There are interviews for the post graduations also nowadays, right? So, point is understand about the nature of the work, about the company in which you are applying. Again, as I think some of the points she touched about me. So my name is Manish Madbaiya. Though I was born in MP, in a very small district called as Tikamgarh, but normally I don't call myself an MPite or Indian. Indonesia, Malaysia, Qatar, US, Australia, you get mixed up, right? South Africa. So that's how I look at myself. And I was fortunate enough, and that's the experience I wanted to share with you. Generative AI and NLP, and natural language processing. But I'm not going to talk about the IT. Probably we'll have a separate session for the IT folks. But today I'm going to talk about a different subject altogether, which is life beyond satisfaction. Right? What does it mean? Anyone want to give their thoughts about what does it life beyond satisfaction means? A life beyond life beyond comfort. Correct? Any thoughts? Raise your hands and feel free to interject. The more you know whom I'm going to be connected to actually, right? So, any thoughts? What does life beyond satisfaction means? No thoughts? I think I gave a hint. So, as I said, what is a life beyond? What is satisfaction? Satisfaction is a satisfaction is that you have got into the BCA or BCom, whatever the course you are doing. That is satisfaction? No. You do post graduation. Is that satisfaction? No. You become certain personality. Is it a satisfaction? No. So you should not settle for what you have already achieved. Today, as I said, being coming from a small state and having friends and network and relationship with the people from 5 continents, would it have been possible if I would have just settled down with doing my engineering alone? No, it wouldn't have been, right? So the point is, do not settle in the life. Okay, once you reach there, think of what more. Okay, and that's what the subject I have chosen. That's what the focus which I would like to have in today's discussion. So think of beyond it. If you have done graduation, what is next? Today you have to start thinking about what you aspire to be. I do not know how many of you are aspiring to become or to take the Karnataka Police Public Service Commission exam. How many you are planning with the UPSC? How many are intending to get into the defense, right? Banking, private sector. So the opportunities are enormous, but the point is you need to start thinking about it now. And that's what I'm trying to say, that what is a life? Once you are satisfied, you have to start thinking about the next step today. The world is extremely competitive, right? So you need to be really thinking about tomorrow or day after tomorrow, today, then only you are prepared for tomorrow effectively. Correct? And again, I'm going to say, eventually, of course, I'll touch upon it, but that's the whole intent of today's session. Okay? Look at the likes of how many of you would have been knowing a personality with the name Dashrath Manjhi. Do you know who's Dashrath Manjhi? Have you ever heard of? You heard of, right? A mountain man, a stone man, right? You know what he did, correct? I'm so glad at least you heard about it. Correct? You heard of a person with the name Lakshman Singh? Lakshman Singh. Any idea what did he do? Sorry? I'm not able to hear. If someone can raise a hand, then I can interact with him actually. Can someone pass on the mic, please, to whoever wants to participate? In all excitement, of course, the name sounds very common, but the people like these, they had a good life. Like Lakshman Singh actually is a guy who has converted 500 villages of waste land into a wetland. Okay, he hails from Rajasthan. Okay, Dashrath Manjhi, he cut the mountain. Okay, for 22 years. Okay, now these are the people. The reason why I picked up the name, because they have achieved something in the life which has become a lesson study or case study in the hard work, actually speaking, correct? And they have achieved this beyond their satisfaction. Today, Lakshman Singh, who has converted 500 wasteland into wetland, try to correlate it. What is wetland is like he has converted those lands into prosperity. Okay. Today, look at our own situation. We are struggling for water. Remember, there is a water scarcity in Bangalore. We talk about what is it? On one hand we talk about Har Nal. On the other hand, we are struggling for water. We do not know what would happen tomorrow, whether we will have water. So these examples, these successes, which has been brought in by the people like Lakshman Singh, actually, ignites a lot of the people to think about in that direction and how do they change the life of others. Okay, that is the whole purpose why I have brought up these names for you. And please read about it. You can Google it, probably offline, and you can get to know more about these people. Similarly, I also have been fortunate enough, as I said, I have traveled a lot. Though I traveled for work, okay, my first stopover back in 98, 99 was in South Africa, Johannesburg, correct? Now again, though I was deputed to do a certain work from my company, but then when I landed there, we all have read about our independence struggle, correct? When I landed in South Africa, I think they had extreme struggles than what we have gone through. And then when I started interacting with the locals, with the friends, over there, and try to empower them during my offline hours, beyond my working hours, because I cannot do something, during my committed hours of work. I lived there for almost 4 to 5 months, connected with the local people, learned about what they have gone through, tried to educate them, empower them, help them, with the knowledge, with the financial, whatever it is. I did not know what I have achieved until few years back I got an email from one of that group friend, sir, you helped me in South Africa. Today I am in United States of America because of the guidance which you gave me. So the point is, do not wait for anything to happen. You keep on doing your effort, you keep on doing your work. You never know where it will help others and where you will be recognized. After South Africa, I landed in Indonesia, Jakarta. Again, if you have read about Indonesia, their struggles during Suharto, who was a ruler, right? You will know what Indonesia has gone through. And when I started interacting with the locals, when I used to inculcate, when I used to teach them, when I used to work with them, offline, I lived in Indonesia for longer than South Africa. And the type of education which I was able to impart over there has created a lot of, awareness about, what the world is all about. And what happened a few years, sometime back? A guy from that group, whom I was interacting in Indonesia, I got a mail from United Nations one day, sir, because of what interactions or whatever the knowledge you gave it to me, today I have moved to United Nations of America because of the interactions what we had. And that is what motivates you. That is what satisfies you. Correct? Did I do with any intention when I was in South Africa or Indonesia? Did I have any intention that I will, these people will be reaching to these heights? No. But there was for me, the whole motive was, how do I help them? Correct? Of course, you heard about during my introduction, talk about the Global Karamveer Award. Again, the Global Karamveer Award, I do not know how many of you know. This award is an award which is recognized by United Nations, and it's given to the individuals who have brought in the success to the society. So that is the reason why they recognized me. I think it happened in November, December last year, and that's how I was sharing with Mr. Ojha and other teachers, and they said, yeah, why not I share about these experiences with all of you. So the whole purpose, the whole crux of this whole sharing is, guys, do not stop. Think beyond. Today, you are in a comfort zone, which is good. But think about what you will do tomorrow, where you want to aspire tomorrow, and do not do any work because of you will achieve something, right? Or you will get something. Do it selfless. That's extremely important. Correct? Anybody wants to share their experiences, please feel free. And I would love to listen from you as well at the same time. Precisely. Now, I do not know whether you got a chance to Google my name, but of course you would have figured out I have been into the IT. I have been recognized by some awards. But I didn't stop there. I have my own YouTube channel as well. And whenever I travel, I do blogging. I have hundreds and thousands of followers who follow my blog on Twitter, on LinkedIn. You can get to know all the profile about me. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, guys, I'm giving a food for thought for you. Please start thinking that what you can achieve. You can achieve, and the more you realize, the more the more you benefit out of it. How many of you follow cricket? Do all of you follow cricket? I think we are a cricket loving country, right? So there is no way any of us can say we don't like cricket. Correct? Yes. Look at the opportunity which we won the match yesterday, right? A fresh example from yesterday. Youngsters like Dhruv Juel, Sarfraz Khan, Yashasvi Jaiswal, right? You heard the names? Yes. Young guys in mid-20s. Look at the outcome what they have produced. What actually they did is, they came out of their satisfaction life
They encashed the opportunity what they have got and delivered it. Today the nation, the country is proud of their efforts. Correct? Precisely is what the message which I am trying to communicate to you. So please do not settle down what you are in. There are challenges beyond, and the early you start preparing for it, the early you start tackling for it, the better you are prepared for tomorrow. Correct? And again, I can give you enough of examples, but the point is the opportunity will come or would have come, but if you are not ready to grab it, its opportunity is gone. I heard some of the awardees today. I heard good speakers and all those things. I have been coming to Jain University for quite some time, and what I liked about this university is the vibrancy over here. Your teachers are not confining yourself only to academics. I have seen people playing. There is a competition, badminton competition going on. There is a best speaker competition going on. What it means that the environment, the teachers, the faculties, the ecosystem is giving you opportunities to prosper in anything and everything. And I'm telling you, you guys are really fortunate to be part of this beautiful university. And honestly, I'm not saying because I'm standing here, I really mean it. Because I also have gone through my college life, right? So be thankful to your teachers, to your faculties in terms of what are the opportunities they're offering you to prosper, and grab it. The guys who won the award, they grabbed it. That's why they got recognized. The guys who do not get the award does not mean that opportunity is gone. Look at them. Opportunities will come, but you need to be prepared. If you are ignorant, it's gone. And hence it's very, very important that you are vigilant. You are prepared for it. True? And this is a beautiful environment where you will be given enough of opportunities by your teachers. I can keep on hearing, the various type of events which you guys are conducting over here. So kudos to all of you. Right? Again, I'll take a brief pause. Probably if anyone has any question. I also would like to touch upon. See, again, as I said, guys, I am not here to teach you anything. I am just giving you a food for thought. Right? I am just making you think. If you want to think, the world is yours. If you cannot think, God also can't help. Okay? So that's very, very important. There is a saying that there is a difference between a person who is satisfied and there is a person who is successful. A person who is successful for others, but the person who is satisfied, he or she is satisfied for herself or himself. Okay, so be a person who has a satisfaction. Success will eventually follow. Okay, and again, reiterating, do not just settle for what you have in hand. Grab the opportunity. How many of you heard of Muhammad Ali? Everyone? Very good. So he was called as the greatest. Good. Correct? Very right. Of 20th century. Greatest of all time. Have you ever heard of what he did differently than the others? There were so many sports stars, LeBron James, Kobe, Michael Phelps. Why was he popular and not the others? See, I'll tell you a classical example, and this is something which I heard almost 30 years back, guys, but it was told to me in a way, it got registered still with me. Someone asked Muhammad Ali, what is the definition of stamina? And he gave a beautiful answer. He said, if I'm able to do the boxing practice for, let's say, 1 hour, and thereafter I'm not able to even stand up, after 1 hour, whatever I do for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, actually that is my stamina. So your stamina is not 1 hour, 20 minutes, your stamina is only 20 minutes. What you are able to achieve beyond your comfort zone. You get it? Same here. You have got into BCA or other course, that's not your stamina. Your stamina is much more beyond it. Muhammad Ali, during his childhood, he used to walk on his toes, and that's why he was so lightweighted. And you know what smartly Muhammad Ali used to do? You remember in 60s and 70s, why he used to win so many boxing bouts? What he used to do, when someone is punching, when the boxers are fighting, how do you make the opponents tired? You try to save yourself. When someone is punching, actually that lot of energy goes into punching. And what Champ Ali, he used to call as a Champ Ali also. What the champ used to do, he used to save himself. He will not hit, but he will save himself. So what happened? The opponent is actually losing energy. And that is how he used to conserve his energy and win the fights. Because now he is saving his energy, and when the other opponent is tired, then he will hit back. So he was that's the reason why he used to be called as a goat. So the message which I am trying to communicate, guys, to you is that there are a lot of people who will leave a lot of lessons, like Muhammad Ali or Dashrath Manjhi or Lakshman Singh. Learn from them. I think they are the heroes. Their life means something for us. In fact, this reminds me the award which I received because of my social service contribution, Global Karamveer Award. I do not know how many of you heard of it, but this is an award which was bestowed upon Varghese Kurian and Dr. Azad. I hope you all know who's Varghese Kurian, right? Thank you. So of course, I wouldn't have done even 0.0001% of what these guys have done. But the point is, I hope you all know who's Varghese Kurian. A guy who brought in the white revolution in India, right? Amul man. You all know Amul, right?
Yes, sir.
What does Amul means? What is the full form of Amul? Milk. Amul is nothing but Anand Milk Union Limited. Anand is a city in Gujarat. Of course, Amul means Amulya. Amulya is nothing but a Sanskrit word, means pure. Okay? That is, so Dr. Varghese Kurian, when he started Amul, okay, he started with some sort of conception that he wants to make India the world's largest milk production country, and he achieved it. Correct? So there are a lot of people who can leave the long-lasting impact upon you. Learn from them. It's important, as I said, do not settle for what you have. Look beyond, and that's where the success lies. Okay. With this, I will stop. Unless you have any questions, I would love to answer. But otherwise, thank you so much for having me over here, and look forward to have more discussions.
Thank you, sir.